And action. Welcome to another action-packed episode of the Action Podcast. Today, we have a big one on tap. One of my top movies of the year, F1, starring Brad Pitt, and directed by Joseph Kosinski. And then we'll also just be doing Elio, which is a new animation movie as well. So,
Pixar Disney.
yeah, Pete, let's get into F1. I saw it before you. Saw it in the theater with IMAX, the whole nine, and I highly recommend people, if they want to see it, go to the theaters and see it with all the sound, all that. This is a movie that's made for that. But let's get your thoughts first, Pete.
It's absolutely incredible. Like I really do liken it to a Top Gun, but behind the wheel of an F1 car. Like the storyline is almost identical, but not in a sort of terrible copying, trying to like just mail it in kind of way. I mean, the way that they've constructed this story and the way that they have the people that are in the story itself, even the B characters and then the co-stars, man, it's well done. What a well done movie. And even the racing sequences themselves, I mean, you are on the edge of your seat the entire time, and you don't have to wait for it. You start off right away, and you're in that world immediately. And I think that was by design. You get immersed into this world. You get into the character, Brad Pitt's character, immediately. I almost thought he was going to be a different kind of character when I first heard about this movie.
I did too. Yeah,
I was really thankful for the fact that he was someone who had to come back, and he had to but he was tough and he was rugged, and he wasn't going to take anything from anybody.
Yeah, but he wasn't cliche at all, which
wasn't cliche even a little bit.
Yeah, and the story I didn't feel was cliche either. Like
No.
the setup, like you're saying. I know you're saying like it's it's kind of like Top Gun, but not. The story is way different.
It had all the beats of a Top Gun.
It had the beats of it, sure, but it was
Super
different
original.
because again, like the difference between this versus I don't know, other movies in this maybe genre is, I mean, these guys were not good, to be honest, and so like it's not like they go to the top and then crash down. You know what I mean? Like they were never at the top, and they're not close to the top, and so you're not necessarily rooting for them to win, especially initially, because they're not good, and so they have to kind of learn how to become good. But they're not also like, it's not like the bad news bears or something where they're so terrible. So it's like, again, it's just an interesting dynamic sports wise. They're almost in a way kind of like almost like the Pacers in a way, right? Where it's just like you never expect the Pacers to win, even though they might have a good season or two, but they're never actually like championship contenders. And all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, how did we get here?
But here's what I loved about the movie the most is this goes back to the storytelling and the development of a story and consolidating your sequences to make sure that you tell as much as you can with only a little bit of time. Next to Brad Pitt in your picture there, like his character, you hate him immediately. And then they give you like a 30 to 45-second scene with his mom, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, okay, all right, he's coming from a place that's different than me. He's come up against some stuff. Now I'm actually on his side, and you start to see a change in his character. That's his character arc, right?
Yeah.
I enjoyed his character a lot, and I loved how Brad Pitt, spoiler, everyone shut it off if you don't want to hear this. I loved how Brad Pitt's character was the secondary character in this film. Like he was the one trying to elevate this kid. And he was doing everything he knew how to do in order to get this kid to the top. I mean, I loved that aspect of this film. I thought Bardem was awesome in
Yeah.
this movie. It was minor, but he's such a good actor. He
I mean,
played a
he's not
boss.
really the minor character. He's kind of the, we're already in the spoiler zone, so he's the antagonist, to be honest. You just don't know he's the antagonist at first.
I know, but in terms of screen time, he's not a main actor of this film. I mean, there are other players within his organization that are just so sinister.
Yeah.
I loved. Let me find out her name. Like, who's the girl
Carrie
that
Condon.
played? Was it?
Carrie Condon.
She was so good.
So she was in that Scottish film, the um I'm not gonna remember off the top of my head, but the
That
one
I
with
loved.
Colin Farrell,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Banshees of
The
Inisherin.
Banshees. Oh,
Yeah,
she's so good. I love her.
yeah, yeah.
Like I thought that she was great, and I
I thought it was
loved.
Rebecca Ferguson at first, and then when I looked it up, I'm like, oh, okay, right, it's her.
But that goes to my point from earlier. Like her character is so valuable in this film, and her significance to what is happening throughout. But she's only in like little tiny pieces of this film.
Yeah,
I think that's a true testament to this film is that they've packed so much information
yeah,
into a 2 hour and whatever minute film,
yeah,
and yet it plays out so well.
yeah, for sure.
Um, this is
Yeah,
by far one of my favorite movies of the year.
well, like I said, like
Yeah.
what works, I think the most with this is again that dynamic of, and this is the human nature aspect, which is so important to this film. But
Right.
a lot of people sometimes think like, oh, I've been doing something for so long, I know exactly what to do. But then
Mm.
it's like your results don't actually prove that. And so why aren't you open to more ideas? Because you suck. The results tell you suck, but in your head you think you're good. And so that was a nice dynamic that, again, like Brad Pitt had to, and he even called himself out on it. Like, why are we acting like we know what we're doing? We're the worst team,
Yeah,
and
we're the
and
worst.
so we have to figure out a different way to do things. Kind of like Moneyball, right? Like in that sense, it's like, why are we acting like we know what we're doing? We can't compete on that level. We have to think differently. And I always love innovative thinking films like that, where it's like, because that's really the richness of this film and the
Yeah.
messaging. Just like Top Gun, the Maverick had that same kind of messaging of like push yourself beyond what you think you're doing. Like you think this, but you got to get over here in order to really, really succeed. And that's just the beautiful part of human innovation and why humans in general are can be so magnificent is because when you can push yourself beyond those limits, so much great things are capable. And I just always relate and are mesmerized by movies like this because it just does
Sure.
so much to motivation and all that good stuff.
No, no, no. I totally agree. And yeah, I was going to say something. I lost my train of thought.
All good.
Either way, it's all on the same level you're at right now. This is one
Yeah.
of the best films of the year,
Yeah.
easily.
Uh, Definitely love it. Definitely want to see it again. This is a great, great film.
Yeah, I want to see it in the most sound I can possibly
I want to go
experience.
see it in 40x. So if you want to see it in 40x,
Let's go.
yeah.
Come
Uh,
on. Is
yeah, like LA Live. We
that
can
available at Century City or no?
no, I think you go to LA Live.
LA Live. All right.
So, all right, but yeah, people go check it out. You love this
Check it
film.
out. This is
Um,
you guys are gonna love this film.
Excellent sports film too. If we, I mean, if we went into like top sports films, I mean, this is gonna be up there. Probably top
Saw
10.
a struggle with each turn from these actors. Like you knew that they were doing like
Oh yeah, yeah,
because I went race car driving like for like Zach's bachelor party. My friend Zach's bachelor party. We went
yeah,
to Irwindale and we cruised around in these and we were driving like 80 to 90 miles an hour. It wasn't
yeah,
like anything significant, but every time you turned, you noticed like your hands were like
yeah, for sure.
every time. And so every time Brad Pitt's just like, they just
Yeah.
like everything down to the detail was considered in this movie. Anyways,
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Let's move on.
Please.
Um,
One of the best movies.
yeah.
So good.
Uh, Elio.
Yeah.
I did not see this, so Pete, go for it.
Elio. Okay. This is the latest from the Pixar Disney extravaganza that we all like super love. Elio is super cute and it's a fun movie. Got a 7 on IMDb. So Elio is this little boy who is just such a fanatic about space. And and all he wants to do, because I think his parents passed away, so he's living with his aunt. And what he wants to accomplish is he starts setting up all of these things and trying to build all these things to basically connect with an alien civilization and say basically, come get me because I can't deal with this world, right? And obviously, eventually the aliens come and they bring him on board. And then we start to experience sort of his adventure, this intergalactic adventure. And this all happens like fairly fast. It's beautifully written and it's it's almost old style animation. It doesn't look very high tech. It doesn't look very like they put a ton of money into it. I mean, the animation is so simple, and the characters are so simple as well. But this was a fun movie. When my kids come back from Italy, I want to take them to go and see this movie. I think they're going to absolutely adore it. I think adults who have kids can take their kids and see this movie. It's amazing. It's really well played out, and it's a fun time. And it really does have a great message about, the importance of family and what does that actually mean? Even if you've lost your family, like in this movie, the people that are there for you now will actually, kind of be that family for you. I thought that this was a really well done movie. I give it 2 thumbs up for sure. If I had 4 hands, I'd give it 4 thumbs up.
Awesome. Awesome.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up. See what happens when we stay on time with.
You're super red.
Well, I know I had a football tournament all
Yeah,
weekend.
yours like super sunburned.
Yeah. And I'm actually red versus.
You know what you should do? Like sunscreen. Like you should put
I did, but when you're out in the sun for
12
10
hours.
hours, so it's
Yeah, sunscreen's like really good for
and I
you.
wear a hat. Actually, I'm not that bad considering like it's a little bit of lighting too, so I'm not as red as you look, but
Yeah, love that.
yeah. So next week we have another big one, Jurassic World Rebirth.
Right.
Like I said, guys, don't don't fall into the assumption that this is just another one.
Right.
I'm going to tell you now, go check it out.
Keep an open mind.
Give this movie a chance.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
You said that before, and thank God you've said that because I would have gone into it with this. This is not going to be good.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people would have not necessarily gone.
Right.
So that's why I'm trying to make sure like this movie deserves an audience.
I can't wait to see it.
So yeah, we'll review that one next week along with Megan 2.0. I'm going to see that soon. It's already out, so check it out. But
I'm hoping to catch 40 Acres as well with my girl Danielle Deadweiler. Like she's the best.
I haven't seen that release date on that, so
One of the best actresses
I
I've
don't know.
ever seen. She played the Till's mom.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below your thoughts on these movies as well. Love to hear from you. And with that, Pete, that is a cut. Thanks, guys.